Hello, friends, and welcome back to Wanderlust Gaming. So, I just got back from vacation, and as you can tell, I look pretty tired, probably. I'm very tired. But yeah, this video is about I was able to purchase the RG35XX SP again, and this is the second time I purchased the exact same color because the one I previously had, I gave it to a friend because he loved it, So I was just like, just take it, That's how I am. So my friend came back from the United States, and so he was able to get me my RG35XX SP, and I really want to talk about why I think it's such a, I think it's probably the best Ambernick product in my opinion. Especially if you're a GBA fan, because the Game Boy Advance collection it's insane, guys. There's so many really good games for the Game Boy Advance, and I think the RG35XX SP, especially this type of form, does a really great job at recreating the same experience when you play the old GBA games. And besides that, I only purchased this just for GBA games. Even though I can play the same RGBA games here on this system, on the 406V, which I took for my vacation because I left my Steam Deck here because it's too big. And I think this is a great size for, traveling, especially if you're doing like a quick 1 week vacation. I was able to advance a lot of my Diddy Kong racing, but that's not maybe that's another video for another time. What I want to talk about is I left it because I couldn't put any of my games, my GBA games on it. And like I was saying before, you can play GBA games on that system, but this system here just feels like you're like naturally, organically playing those GBA games. So I love it, I just love that you can just like, flip it and put it in your pocket and that's it, you can just take it anywhere with you. And it did like a great I think Embernick did a great job in their design because it isn't too bulky. It is a bit bulky, but it's not heavy. And the battery life lasts such a long time. You can probably like play games for like, you know, maybe 10 hours or so, especially if you're playing GBA games. And this one, I just want to show you, it doesn't have the. I know there's like a new version that has two thumbsticks here, but I didn't want to get it because the chipset is pretty weak in comparison to the 406V. So it was like, why get it? So yeah, I'm just gonna play Game Boy Advance games on this system, and that's it. Even though it came loaded with some special games here, like I think it has Saturn games, Pico Sega 32X, Neo Geo Naomi, I don't know what the hell, Swan. Yeah, it came with some PSP games, I believe. Yeah, I played some of the PSP games the system came loaded with. But I'd rather play the 406V handles PSP games better. PlayStation games, it does play some PlayStation games. But like I said, Dreamcast, surprisingly, it does play Dreamcast games really well. Because I remember playing some of those games before. But like I said, this is gonna be my main system for Game Boy Advance games. And it's actually a pretty easy setup. It's not an Android like the other one. I like that was another thing I like about this too. It's pretty easy to set up a retro achievement, so I'm looking forward to playing Pokemon and all those things again, so I can get my retro achievements. And I highly recommend this. This is on sale right now, guys. This system, I'm not even getting a a kick from Amberlink. But if you're looking for a GBA system, especially just dedicated GBA system, I will highly recommend this one. I know they came up with like the other one that doesn't flip, but I like this design is superior, guys. Honestly, I would say just get this design, because it just fits perfect in your hands, and you can just like flip it and put it in your pocket. The other one is a little bit bigger, the original Game Boy design that they released. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty happy to to add to my collection. Now I have more gaming systems now, and I'm looking to add more. I was looking to perhaps get the Ambernics Lite, but I think the 46V does a pretty good job with PS2, GameCube, PSP games, PlayStation 1. So it's like why. But that's the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day. Bye bye.